What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video, and today we got the best contracts. Super excited for this one. I did the worst contracts a couple days ago, and now that was kind of like a little depressing video. I mean, these guys getting so much money, they ain't even great anymore. Y'all know it. Y'all watched the video. Today we got the best contracts, though. This one makes me feel good, especially as a Braves fan, because the 1 and 2 guys on this list are Braves players. But yeah, so that's it. Top 10 best contracts in the MLB right now. Let's get it. Starting off now, at number 10, we got Eugenio Suarez. He is on a 6-year, $66 million contract. Seems like a lot, or maybe it doesn't to you, but he went off last year. Every season, he continuously gets better. Last year, I think he hit like 45 plus home runs. So $9 million a year in 2020 for a contending Reds team. We're not sure what's going to happen with the whole season or if the Reds are even good this year. $9 million a year is a great, it's a bargain for Eugenio Suarez. Compared to number 10 guy, Patrick Corbin, who ain't as good as Eugenio Suarez, and he's getting $19 million a year. That was the number 10 guy on the worst contracts. Plus, the whole point of why that contract was bad is he's going to get $35 million in 2024 when he's 35. Watch the video. You'll understand. But yeah, Eugenio Suarez, 6 years, $66 million contract, $9 million a year in 2020. Big steal for the Reds. Number 9, we got Aaron Nola. This contract's kind of similar to Suarez's, but it's a 4-year, $45 million contract. $8 million a year in 2020. Nola's a great up-and-coming pitcher. He had an okay year last year. The Phillies were kind of a disappointment last year. They signed Harper and Real Muto, and they didn't make the playoffs or anything like that. But Nola, $8 million a year in 2020, 4-year, $45 million contract. I think that's really good for Nola. Number 8, I try not to put a whole bunch of these guys on the list. But I got Javy Baez. He's on a 1-year, $10 million contract, and then he hits arbitration. Then he'll get his big-time bag. But for 1 year of Javy Baez for $10 million, you'll take that if you're the Cubs. Then you just have to worry about arbitration next year. Number 7, similar situation. We got Erin Judge. He's on a 1-year, $8.5 million contract, and then he hits arbitration. Y'all know how that goes. But then number 6, we got Paul DeJong, one of my brother's favorite players, and he is on a 6-year, $26 million contract. Very good, considering the number 10 guy, Suarez, won a 6-year, $66 million contract. So DeJong, $30 million less than Suarez, and that Suarez contract looked pretty good. But yeah, DeJong, he's getting $1.5 million a year in 2020, and he is a top 10 shortstop. I think he might be a top 10 shortstop. And yeah, big power hitting shortstop. Pretty good fielder. So yeah, I think it's an amazing contract. And number 5, we got Alex Bregman. And as much as these guys clown on him, he's a good hitter, he's a good player, and he's got a good contract for the Astros here. He's on a 5-year, $100 million contract signed last year. So for this Astros team that is still contending, he's going to be paid $11 million a year, which is a steal for Bregman, as he's one of the top hitters, top players in the league. And yeah, it will turn to $28 million in 2023, but that's what he should be worth. So getting him for $11 million right now and keeping it at $11 million until 2023, that's a steal. So yeah, great contract. Number 4, we got the last guy who's on this 1 year then arbitration, and it's Cody Bellinger. He's on a 1-year, $11.5 million contract, and then he hits arbitration. I ranked him spots higher than Judge and Baez, because I think he's the superior player, and he's only getting paid $1 million or $2 million higher than those guys. So yeah, Cody Bellinger is at 4. And number 3, we got Marte. Massive breakout player, and he's on an insanely low contract. 5 years, $24 million. Now, compare that to Aaron Nola, who's on 4 years, $45 million. Can tell you get an extra year and like $20 million less. So he's making $4 million a year in 2020, and he is one of the, probably like a top 30 player in the MLB. And Ketel's probably like a top 25, top 30 player in the MLB. So $4 million a year, that's pretty good. Number 2, now we got the 2 Braves. I'm sure you guys might know about it if you're a pretty big baseball fan. But number 2, we got Albies. 7-year, $35 million contract. That is, the Braves robbed him. I almost feel a little bit bad. But they put him on that Scottie Pippen deal that he was on, if you guys watched The Last Dance. Now, 7-year, $35 million. He's making $1 million next year, and he's a top 3 second baseman in the league. It's going to go up to $7 million towards the end of that 7 years, but that's insanely good for Albies, who is top 40? Yeah, top 40 player, I'm going to say. Top 3 second baseman, though, for sure. At number 1, this one's pretty crazy. Ronald Acuna Jr. He's on an 8-year, $100 million deal. Now that seems like a lot compared to the second guy who was only 1 year less and $35 million compared to the $100 million. But Acuna is the far superior player. If you want to compare him to Bregman, who I still think Acuna is better than Bregman. So Acuna, 8-year, $100 million. Bregman, 5-year, $100 million. So obviously the Acuna contract's great. He is making $1 million next year to be a top 10 player in the league. It will go up to 17 progressively throughout the contract, but that is an absolute steal. The Braves have locked up their 2 young pieces for insanely low contracts. But that is an extremely low contract for one of the best young players in the league, who's looking like a former 40-40 guy, maybe in 50-50 guy, and definite possible MVP candidate for the next couple of years. Braves finessed Acuna and Albies, and I'm happy as a Braves fan. Feel slightly bad for those guys because they could have got a lot more money, but it's hard to feel bad for baseball players if they're still making millions of dollars every year. But yeah, so there's the top 10 contracts list. Let me know what y'all think. I really enjoyed making this one, and I put these videos two days between. Usually I've been doing like a video every 4 days, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys at this point, thank you, appreciate it. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. Please like the video, and that's it. I'm out. Peace.